Joining me now is financial advisor David Peters. David, good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we make so many mistakes around this time of year, trying to do good, but we get into a lot of issues in the process. So break down some tips and recommendations so that we can enjoy this season of giving, but not spend more than we have.
Well, I think that the biggest thing is just making a budget and sticking to it. I mean, I think that that is where I think a lot of people get off track is that they overspend or they spend in surprising ways that they don't expect and they just get outside of their budget. So if you can make a budget and stick to it, I think that that's a great first step. I also think that paying for things in cash wherever you can, I think can give you a huge advantage.
I was at the store the other day, and the cashier was like, oh, well, if you get it on your card, then you can get this discount and this discount. I was still able to get one. It wasn't as deep, but I wanted to pay cash for it. So when you can pay, don't fall victim to those other offers that can get you in more trouble as well.
Yeah, I think that that's important. And, you know, I mean, if you do end up putting things on a credit card, I mean, I think that, you know, the key is to pay those debts off quickly and make sure that you don't incur a bunch of interest by just not paying off the full balance at the end of the month.
And we also have to make sure we pay attention and use our cashback rewards. I think a lot of people leave money on the table.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of cards, especially these days, I mean, they really offer really nice cashback bonus awards. They also will offer special cashback awards at certain stores and things like that that you normally shop at. And so take advantage of those things. I mean, so if you are going to use your card, take advantage of those cashback rewards. Look at your cashback rewards and, you know, credit them to your statement so that you end up saving a little bit of money there, too.
One thing I've seen gain popularity in recent weeks, balance transfers. Can you elaborate a little bit more on how that works?
Sure. So a balance transfer is when you take the debt off of other credit cards and you consolidate it onto a balance transfer credit card. And so the balance transfer, typically there is a fee associated with the balance transfer. So you might see a 3% fee or a 5% fee or something even bigger than that. But that balance moves over from one card over to another card. The balance transfer can work really well at times because there can be very good promotional interest rates. So maybe it's 0% interest for a year or something like that. The only thing to watch out for, though, is those promotional rates, they do end. And so pay attention to when that happens so that we don't end up in a situation where we are paying large amounts of credit card debt all over again.
Yeah, in terms of paying attention to certain deadlines and the ending of cycles, you should also know when your credit card statement cycle ends.
Yeah, I think that that's a great thing that a lot of people forget about is knowing when your cycle ends. And so one thing that you can do is that if you are going to make a big purchase, and let's say that your credit card statement ends today, it ends on the 15th, wait until tomorrow to actually make that purchase so that we can essentially get that onto the next statement and you can have a little bit more time to pay because it won't show up until the next statement. And then you'll have a few weeks after that to actually make that payment. So that's a good way.
David, sorry to cut you off. You want to do it within a day or two after the cycle ends? What's the length of time?
I mean, just usually within, you know, a week or so after the statement ends, just to kind of push things off until the next statement, if it's a big debt.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I think that one tip you gave, the first one, stick to your budget. That's of uber importance, and all the others helped out as well, tremendously, actually. Financial advisor David Peters, thanks so much for your time and your advice. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.